Welcome back, friends. We are talking about the Glowforge Aura today and how it differs from the other Glowforge models you might be a little more accustomed to, because you might have heard about the new Glowforge Aura and you might be wondering if it's a good fit for you, but it's hard to know what are all the big differences between all the Glowforge models. So today we're going to go through those big differences very quickly. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I just want you to get the high points here so you can know which one is the best one for you and get to know a little bit more about the Glowforge Aura, which is my new machine. And spoiler alert, I'm obsessed with it. But I will tell you some of the major differences between this model and the others so that you can make the best choice for you and your small business or for just your crafting hobby. So I did print out some materials for myself today so you can so I don't mess anything up and so I can really get it right, because there's a lot of numbers we're gonna get into. I'm gonna try to keep it simple and not super mathematical, but I do want you to know as much of the details that I feel like are relevant to your decision making. So first, let's just kind of briefly cover what each model is supposed to be used for. So the Glowforge Aura is the newest in the Glowforge lineup, and it is their crafting or hobbyist model. So it's not necessarily meant to be a professional grade laser. It's for home use. It's for crafters and hobbyists like you and me. The Glowforge Basic is the introductory at-home model, and the Glowforge Plus is the upgraded version of that. The biggest difference there is that it prints quicker and has a better cooling mechanism. And then the most upgraded version is the Glowforge Pro, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a professional model. Whereas all of the Glowforges are class 1 lasers, the Glowforge Pro is a class 4 laser. So you actually have to have laser safety training to use that machine, and it comes with your purchase if you choose to go with that. But it's more suited for small businesses or when a bunch of people are going to be working with that laser multiple times a day throughout the whole day. And we'll get into the specific upgrades that come with that, but that is like your professional grade laser machine. So like I said, the biggest differences are really going to be speed and cooling power. So like I said, the biggest differences between the Pro and the other models, and really the biggest differences between any of the models, are going to be the speed at which they cut and the speed at which they cool down. So the Pro is the fastest. Its top engraving speed is 3 times as fast as the Glowforge Basic, and its cutting speed is 1.2 times as fast. The Glowforge Plus top engraving speed is twice as fast as the Glowforge Basic, and the Glowforge Basic is a faster cutting speed than the Glowforge Aura, which again is the newest model. So if speed is not an issue for you, Glowforge Aura is a great choice. I know, like for me, I will let it start cutting and I'll just be working on other stuff. And I've never cut anything yet that I feel like took forever. So I don't know, I feel like if you were cutting like 10 things in a row and you needed to like be quick, maybe it would become an issue, but I have not seen an issue on the cutting speed just yet, just from my personal perspective. There is a little bit of a difference in the pass-through slots. So all Glowforges come with a pass-through slot on the side, which you can drop down and have materials pass through to be cut, which just allows you to have a longer cutting length than what the bed is actually capable of. And the pass-through slot on the Glowforge Pro is bigger than all of the other ones. So all of the basic Glowforge models, which are the Basic, Plus, and Pro, can accommodate materials measuring up to 18 inches deep, 20.4 inches wide, and 2 inches tall, with a maximum printable area of 11 by 19.5. But the Glowforge Pro has an oversized print capability because it has a larger pass-through slot. So you can actually accommodate materials that are 20 inches wide and up to 1/4 inch thick and infinitely long. It has no maximum length because of its pass-through slot. So that means people use the Glowforge Pro to create like furniture. So the Glowforge Aura is a little bit different. Its maximum material size is 12 by 12. And you can cut materials up to 1/4 inch thick, which is just a little bit different than what you heard a second ago. And its cutting area is approximately 144 square inches as opposed to the 11 by 19.5 that I just told you about a second ago. There's a couple more numbers. The max material height without the tray is 3/4 of an inch, and the max material height with the tray is 1/4 of an inch. So what does that actually mean? That was a lot of numbers. Basically, the Glowforge Aura has a smaller cutting table, and also it has a smaller overall footprint. So it fits better in like a crafting space or a home office space. And you're just not going to be able to cut those massive materials that you can with some of the other Glowforges. but it still has a pass-through slot. It can still accommodate longer materials. It just has that maximum depth of 12 inches because of its smaller printing bed. So if you're looking to create larger items, keep that in mind that with the Aura, you might have to create them piece by piece and put them together after the fact. There's lots of ways to get creative with that and still make it work for you. But if you are someone who's looking to create furniture or really large items, the Plus or the Pro might be a better option for you. If you're looking to create home items and crafting items like keychains, earrings, big door signs, you can still create those on the Aura. Educational toys, puzzles, all of those things the Aura is more than capable of handling, but just know that those large oversized materials are more suited for the professional model. The next big difference is the cooling mechanism inside your Glowforge. So the basic model, the Plus model, and the Aura have a cooling mechanism that will cause the machine to stop cutting and cool down periodically if it overheats. And it's not supposed to work in really hot temperatures, so its mechanism does stop periodically to cool down if it gets too hot. Whereas the Pro, because it's a professional grade model and a class 4 laser, it's designed to work in tough hot temperatures all day long. It is a true workhorse, so it has a much more beefy cooling system internally, which allows it to do that all day long. So that's where on the Glowforge website, when they say the Pro is accommodating teams that will be using it nonstop all day, that's what they mean by that, because it has that really intense cooling system. Likewise, the Pro has a pretty beefed up filtration system attached as well. The Aura has a filter that you can purchase to go with it that does a great job of keeping 99.9% of all those harmful things we don't want to be smelling that our Glowforge puts off at bay. And the Pro has a really beefed up version of that that's made for those more dynamic, massive projects that it's going to be handling. So it does have a better and larger filtration system as well. So basically from what we've covered so far, the biggest differences between the Aura and the other Glowforge models is size, speed, cooling capability, and that pass-through slot. Those are your biggest differences. And what I would highly recommend you doing, and in a second we're going to get into some more fun stuff about the Aura, but what I highly recommend you doing is think about the things that you want to create and the capacity that your machine needs to be able to handle on a daily basis. And that's going to be the driving factor in helping you decide which machine is best for you. The Aura, like let's say you're a jewelry maker. I can cut like 20 pairs of earrings in one go on the Glowforge Aura. And then it might need a little break, and then I can do more. I'm not gonna be able to make a table with my Glowforge Aura though, but I am gonna be able to make all the things that I wanna make, like shirts, earrings, jewelry of all kinds, wall art, door decorations, custom name signs for my kids' rooms, toys for my children. Anything that can fit in that like smaller frame, the Aura is more than capable of handling, unless I get to the point where I have 5 people that need to work on this machine all at once throughout the whole day. And that would be a point in which you might want to upgrade to the Pro. So while we're talking about the Aura, I want to talk about a couple of things that make the Aura really special in its own right. And the first is that it is super simple to set up and get started with. You're going to be set up and running with this thing in under 30 minutes. And with just one button on the machine to have to figure out, you are really going to be rocking and rolling and creating amazing projects in under an hour. I also love its internal camera system. It's called Aura Vision. And if I'm using proof grade materials from Glowforge, all I have to do is set them inside the print bed, and Glowforge's internal camera will read the QR code on that material and automatically adjust the cut settings to be the perfect cut every time for that material, which I absolutely love, because that means I get to spend my creative energy thinking about what I want my project to look like and not worrying about what speed and pressure my laser needs to be cutting with. The Glowforge Aura handles all of that internally just by me putting my material in the print bed. We love that. The Aura also still works with hundreds of materials, mostly the same ones that the other Glowforges work with. The only key difference is because of the Glowforge's sensor system, it cannot cut clear acrylic. That is the only exception to the materials list that you see on Glowforge's website. You cannot cut clear acrylic with the Glowforge Aura because of the way the light like bounces off of it, but you can still cut opaque versions of acrylic, just not the clear. So keep that in mind. The Glowforge Aura also gives you a live camera preview of your prints because of that internal camera, so you'll be able to see what your Aura is seeing on the Glowforge app when you're getting ready to cut, which is amazing. It still has the autofocus feature of the other Glowforge models and 3D engraving. It's compatible with Mac, PC, tablet, phone, and you can import designs into the Glowforge app in any file format that you prefer: SVG, PDF, PNG, JPEG, you name it. It's readable in the Glowforge app and compatible with your Glowforge Aura, which is amazing. And because we talked so much about the materials the Glowforge Aura can cut, I will give you a quick list of them from the website. They are wood, paper, cork, fabric, cardboard, mylar, sandpaper, leather, acrylic, rubber, food. Those are all things it can cut, and so many more. There's more than just that, but it can cut all of those things. And as for engraving, it can engrave stone, marble, ceramic tile, rubber stamps, aluminum, and so much more. You really can do so much with the Glowforge Aura. I highly encourage you check it out and read all about it, because this machine is capable of so much, and in a smaller footprint, an easier startup, and a safer laser for at home. If you have kids, you don't have to have a laser safety training to use this thing. It is the perfect at-home laser for crafters and hobbyists and Etsy sellers like me, because it's still capable of making all the things I want to make with it, just in a little bit more compact frame, which personally I love. So this has been a really short YouTube video. I just wanted to go through and give you some key differences between the Glowforge models, because I feel like it's a lot to digest and it gets to be just a lot of numbers and a lot of thinking. So those are some quick differences and similarities between the Glowforge Aura and the other Glowforge models. I hope this helped you, and I hope I helped you understand really how amazing this new machine is from Glowforge. I can't wait to bring you so many more Glowforge tutorials. I'm having so much fun playing with this new machine. So definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Glowforge Aura. We also do Cricut tutorials here. We talk Canva, we talk Etsy, we talk all the things crafting business and just crafting fun. So like and subscribe, and I will see you back here next week for more crafting fun. But until then, happy crafting.